Today we are making a buttermilk chocolate cake. I have right here is a stick of butter. I'm going to add my sugar. Just cream that together. Sometimes you need to scrape down the bowl just to make sure everything gets mixed together really nicely. Scrape it down one more time and then add in the egg. Right in there. Alright, once that's mixed together, just set it aside for a second. Take your flour, cake flour we're working with here, cocoa powder, and then we have some baking soda and salt, and sift all that together. Some of the cocoa could be in little hard lumps and just break them apart with a spatula. You want to make sure you don't have any of those lumps in the batter though, so that's why sifting is important, and it also mixes everything together nicely. Alright, so anything that doesn't want to go through, just get rid of. You don't want that in the cake. 9 ounces of buttermilk. We're going to add in a little vanilla. Just a teaspoon. Add in a little bit of the dry. About half. And half of the liquid. Half of the buttermilk. Once that looks like it's all mixed in, go ahead. Give it a scrape. Make sure you get all the way down to the bottom of the bowl. And then the rest of the dry. And the last of the buttermilk. And the last little bit of mixing I'm going to do by hand just to make sure everything is mixed in evenly. And to make sure you get down to the bottom of the mixing bowl so everything is mixed in evenly. And this is a 1/4 sheet pan. And it's got a little non-stick silpat in the bottom. You could use parchment paper or you could just spray the whole pan with non-stick. I like to use this just to be sure the bottom doesn't stick. So spray the sides with non-stick spray and all the batter. Smooth it out into the corners of the pan. Make sure you spread it out even. So then go ahead and put this right into a 350-degree preheated oven. Now we're going to make some ganache. And it's really easy. It's just 2 things, chocolate and heavy cream. So what we have right here is a double boiler setup. This is a porcelain pan, simmering water underneath, and let them melt together. So it looks like the chocolate is all melted, and all you need to do is just keep stirring it. So once everything is melted together all nice and evenly, just go ahead and turn off the heat. You can keep this on the double boiler off the heat just to keep it nice and liquid while you get the cake ready. Flip it out. Peel off. Now we're going to be cutting out some heart shapes. And if you don't have a cookie cutter that you like, you can just cut the cake into squares. Make a glazing rack. Put all your pieces of cake down. The top is the smoothest part of the cake, so I like to glaze with that side facing up. Take your ganache, and it's really important that the ganache is warm still. You don't want to be glazing with cold ganache because it just won't flow right. And spoon it over. Make sure you get the corners really well. And the rack just lets all the excess fall down. And if you're careful about how you place it, you should get a pretty nice coating. We'll go ahead and do a heart. Let the ganache set up a little bit. This will only take a couple minutes. But don't they look nice? It is time to finish the buttermilk chocolate cake. So just take one, move it to your plate ever so carefully, just like that. And this is some whipped cream, just some heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar, and vanilla. And all we're going to do is pipe all the way around. Just like that. And that is one way you could finish that. But it's a really nice presentation.